Hello, and it's John Osa from Irrigation Essentials, and welcome to this head-to-head controller face-off. It's a product review of two manufacturers' products that are aimed squarely at the residential market. The first of which we're reviewing today is the Hunter Pro C irrigation controller, and we also have Rainbird's ESP Modular. Now, the criteria that we used are they easy to install and set up? Do they perform the core functions well? What is the feature mix? Ease of use, easy to sustain, and best and most appropriate use. Now, to the latter point, these controllers are both legitimate residential controllers. They're not truly a commercial controller. So with that in mind, what's truly paramount is the ease of use and the direct access to the primary features. Both of these manufacturers do well to think of the iPod and the success that Apple had with that. The genius of Apple is they made that user interface disappear. The technology was not a hurdle for the end user. Now, I'm going to tell you my preference right now. We did what we think is a pretty diligent review of these two products. For the complete evaluation, please go to our website, irrigationessentials.com, and you'll get more detail there. But the product that got the 2 thumbs up award in this head-to-head review, the review between the Hunter Pro C and the Rainbird ESP Modular, is the 2 thumbs up award goes to the Rainbird ESP Modular. Both controllers have a lot to offer, but in this review we gave the nod to the Rainbird. Now, for a summary overview, I think the Rainbird, in every step along the way, was very resolute about the focus and the mix of features and hardware that position the end user to be successful. They're right in the pocket. They're very on target with this range of features and hardware. The highlights from our evaluation are: the first category is easy to install and set up. Now, one of the features here, well, let's talk hardware first. They both have doors that are easy to remove. They both have the frames of the unit that swing out, so they're very similar that way. The Rainbird is shipped with a 9-volt battery. That's a nice touch. Appreciated that. One feature here is they have a valve test terminal, which makes it easy for the installer to identify which wire goes with which valve. So I thought that was a nice touch. Installers appreciate that. The Rainbird did not have a installation template. The Hunter did. So I should note that. And I also do have a gripe with the Rainbird, to be fair. I thought their owner's manual, it's printed in 3 languages. Many manufacturers do that these days. That's for the manufacturer's convenience, not for the end user's convenience. And so you end up with font that's too small. Now, come on, guys, make that owner's manual easy to use. So that's the gripe I had about that. Now, does this controller perform the core functions? Yes, certainly they both did. The Rainbird has a feature I particularly liked is what they term an auxiliary valve, which is a valve that can be dedicated to be not impacted by a sensor. It could run lights and gates, that type of thing, or be an irrigation valve that's under the eaves or for an atrium, so independent of any impact from a sensor. I think that's a real nice feature that is present on this. To be fair, I think the Hunter has a nice focus on that residential requirement that uses a pump and well. They have some features there that make it strong in that area, certainly to be considered if you are in that category. Is it easy to use? Now listen, that's where this controller shines. The large LCD display, very legible, the switch that tells you without doing anything what program you're in. It just helps the end user be successful to dial the up-down arrows. It's a nice mix of features and hardware that make it easy to use. Now, dependable. Listen, both of these manufacturers, very reputable, strong track records. These are both dependable units. Is it easy to sustain? Now again, we gave the nod to the Rainbird here, and I'll tell you two reasons why. The first of which is their website gives you a nice how-to video in both English and Spanish, and it focuses on the basics. Now that's what we need here. We need for that residential market to help make that end user successful. We need those how-tos, and the Rainbird site does have that. They also have a PDF of the owner's manual available. Hunter did as well. They're easy to find, easy to download. Now the best and most appropriate use. Now we touched on that earlier. Both of these controllers are really far more effective as a residential controller. And my opinion is that's where they're best used. So there you have it. That's the quick overview. Please go to the website for a more detailed review. That would be irrigationessentials.com. In addition to product reviews, you'll also find under the Your Questions section the equivalent of FAQs. So please take a look at that as well. All right, thanks for tuning in.